Hello, thanks for tuning into Time Machine Vintage. We are going to talk today about some eBay store topics. We're also going to go through a couple things that sold for us and a couple of recent pickups. Things that we're going to mention. We're going to talk about putting your eBay store on sale, or at least things that have been maybe sitting stale. We're going to talk about a sale event. We're going to talk about sending out offers, when the best time to do that is, how many you should send, things like that. We're going to also talk about delisting and relisting and whether or not that works for people. There are quite a few other resellers I see out there right now talking about that being extremely successful for them. I'm going to tell you guys how that worked out for me, giving that a shot. We're going to talk about going through your old listings and switching out priority mail to maybe a more affordable option on certain things. And we're also going to talk about whether or not promoted items works. I don't think it does personally, but we're going to talk about it later on. Like I said, we're also going to go through a couple things that sold. We got a few decent recent pickups from a couple days ago. They're going to be pretty exciting and probably aren't going to be here too long, so that'll be fun. Now let's get to it. Okay, so first up, we've got a couple of Overwatch figures by the brand Good Smile. This is a nice example of what happens when you put things on sale. They went at 15% off, $32.29 plus shipping. They had been here for quite a while, and then they finally hit a sale, and they are gone. That's not supposed to be here. Just picked up recently in another video these X-Men cards. They were in a binder. I paid 10 or 15 bucks for the whole binder. There's another X-Men set and two smaller sets. 45 bucks shipped. Happy to see them go out so quickly. Also a pickup recently. I believe these were featured in a video here as well. This is a signed Bob Bose Bell book. This is one of the hardcover ones. There are soft covers out there. I had a couple of those too. Very, very happy to see this go out. Absolute full price, $50 plus media mail shipping. Excellent, excellent buy. I think I might have paid $1 for that book. This sold even with the fact that I forgot to edit the photo on it. I sent an offer out on this for $35, or I got an offer in on it for $35, I believe is what it was, and plus the $10 shipping, so I was really happy with that. This was a $3 buy at a yard sale very recently. Star Wars. Doorables. And yes, they are adorable, aren't they? So Chewbacca is flocked, meaning he is furry or velvety to the touch. If you don't know what flocked means, that is what it means. He is the only chase figure in this line. Darth Vader, I believe, is a rare. I don't think Grogu is rare. These are all brand new. We opened them to see what we had, and then I lotted them up, and they sold for, I believe I accepted, we had shipping on this? I think I took $40 plus, yes, I took $40 plus shipping on these, and I had gotten them on sale, I think, for $7 a piece. My son and I had fun opening them, and we made a nice profit, so super happy. Just recently picked this up at a sale. Believe it was $5 at a thrift shop, actually, because it was in a baggie with a price tag on it. So this was $5 at a local thrift shop. I got kind of lucky, and the battery held a charge for long enough for me to test this camera. So $80 plus $5 shipping out the door, and that sold rather quickly. That's a good power shot to look out for. There are lots of power shots to look out for. This happens to be one of them. So this is a battery trickle charger. I know I spoke about this in the video when I bought it. Was going to keep it, decided to list it. It sold so fast. $90 plus shipping. I think it cost me $10 to ship this out, and we paid next to nothing for it at a thrift store. Maybe we paid $5 for it. So super psyched on that buy. This we did buy from a thrift store. I did feature this in a video. I also featured it in a shorts video when it sold. This was donated to the thrift store by another local picker who just didn't want to deal with it, I guess. I was happy to deal with it. I got a $25 offer on it plus the $8.95 shipping, and we were super psyched to get rid of one of those trophies. There's 4 more left, so hopefully we'll get $25 for the rest of them. That would be awesome. This is a good example of if delisting and relisting your item works. I delisted this and relisted it, and it sold within like 20 minutes. I also ended my promoted items on this. I know we were talking about that earlier, but I ended my promotion on this when I relisted it. I took away the extra 2% promoted, and I think just because it was a newly listed item, it sold pretty quickly. I don't like promoted items anymore. I started liking it, and I realized it really wasn't doing much for me in the way of sales. So as I'm delisting and relisting items, and yes, I am doing that, and I will tell you why. This sold for full price. This was another delist and relist item, and this item had been on sale a couple of times. This has been here. These are mine. I had picked them up at a yard sale, and we had them displayed, and then they went in a box, and yada yada. They went up for sale. $100 shipped on these because I delisted it and I relisted it as sold similar. So this is a big thing about delisting and relisting. When you go then to your, say you come over and you end this item. Now you want to relist it. So now you have to go to your listings and go to your unsold items, and this will pop up, and you're gonna click, and it's gonna say, what do you want to do? Do you want to relist or do you want to sell similar? You want to sell similar and keep your photos. If you relist, it's just going to pop this right back into the algorithm under the same number it was on, and it's not going to get any of the new views. You always want to sell similar when you delist and relist items. I like to do it 5 at a time, double check everything, make sure everything went well, do another 5. But it has been working. And I have been de-promoting. I've been not promoting. I've been clicking my promoted items off every time I relist, and I haven't had an issue with it since. Like I said, I didn't really see any value in giving eBay an extra 2 or 3% on all of my listings when nothing was selling any faster than it normally does. Up next, we've got a vintage 90s Barbie water bottle. If anyone is interested in these, there are like 6 or 7 more of them available in my store in different colors. They are going out. They are on sale, I believe, right now at 15% off. This went out at 25% off. If you want to purchase one of these, just send me a message through it on eBay. Send the message through eBay. I'm going to send you back an offer for $20 shipped on any of these to any of my viewers. I picked up a whole case. I think I got 10 of them. I paid no more than $2 or $3 a piece for them, so super happy to see one go out. This was nice. I wanted to keep this because it was like a brand new hat. It literally had not a mark on it. It was gorgeous. And I'd never seen one before, and I couldn't find one either for sale or sold. I know enough about hats to be dangerous on them. This one I listed way high at $125, and I believe the best offer that came, this $93.74 that's a little deceiving. That was the grand total on it. I believe he offered me $75 on this. He was out of the country, and he had to pay shipping on top of the $680 shipping that I charged him. So I believe he got this for $70 or $75. I let it go for. I pay no more than $1 for hats. Love hats. And these went UPS ground, which I think most of the time on longer items is going to be your cheapest option, although Postal Ground Advantage has started to catch up. So if you do not have a UPS store near you or UPS hub, Postal should be right behind them in pricing on stuff like this. Golf clubs and such. Up next, we've got a 1970s, 76 Pulsar action figure. His legs need to be reattached, but I think you could do that with one of the Masters of the Universe leg bands. I'd have to actually try that on the next one. But this guy went out anyway. He was on sale again. My sale worked lovely, 25% off. $27.99 turned into $20.99 with free shipping, which is going to cost me about $5, and this guy only cost me $1. So that's about a $10 profit, maybe $12 profit on him. Super psyched. He hasn't been here that long. Neither has this. This was actually in a recent video, and it was in excellent condition. I mean, really, really nice inside. Looked like it had never been played. Probably the kid that got it was definitely not into it. But another example of why sales work. This is not my recent sale. It's 15% off. Sometimes I do tiered sales. Sometimes I'll do 25% off things in the entire store for 2 or 3 days just to generate some sales and then turn that off. It's up to you how you want to use your sales. But this one was a good one. It didn't really cost me more. I think I paid $2 for board games, and the shipping was actually really reasonable on it. So super psyched on that. Nas's New York State of Mind Tour 2023. I just picked this up thinking it was cool. It was in really, really excellent, like new, probably never worn condition. Had it up for $45, threw it on sale, sold within like a day or two of starting the sale. So I guess with t-shirts, you just got to price them right and they're going to fly on out of here. And yeah, that did get shipped to New York. Lady Scarlet, not Lady J. Scarlet. Almost messed that up. It's alright, I'm going to leave it in there and all my G.I. Joe guys can send me straight hate. Speaking of straight hate, right? So this is the straight arm Scarlet. But as you can see, she does have that broken piece in the front of her crotch that pains all G.I. Joe collectors to death. However, she's still a really sought-after figure. She had no cracks in her elbows, which is also a big deal. She was very, very stiff in her joints, and her hair was almost mint with just a little tiny paint rub. She went out for full price, $35 plus $5 shipping. Somebody was very happy to get her. In the last What Sold video, we saw another set of these go out. It was a different set. And this is the last set of 4 that I had. I did this for a return buyer who sent me a message and asked me if I had another set for him. He had bought so many that I thought, sure, why not? And I think I gave him a discount on these. Maybe I gave him 10 or $15 off. But everything else after this, the price on these jewels now went up to about $60 per pair shipped because I do not have very many pair left for sale. It's just the way that worked. I don't know if I'll ever find another collection like that again. I hope every day I go out picking, I hope I find another collection like that. What else do we have here for us? Let's see. Okay, one last one is this. I don't know why that's messed up all of this. Heartland Plastics, a toy company, an older one. This is an 8-inch black and white horse. Didn't really think it was going to be anything crazy. Still sold $15 plus $8.80 shipping on that. That went Ground Advantage. And probably cost me maybe $1 or $2 less than that to send it because it was very lightweight. Would recommend Ground Advantage shipping to all of you guys as something to check out on your listings if you like to list things for priority mail shipping. We'll talk about that later. So here are a couple of pickups from Thrifty Shoppy the other day. We've got 1993 Gardner Shark Tee. Focus. Let's see. I think you can see the 93 on there. These are under the Thunder Island tag. Thunder Island. We got Gardner. This one's 95 on the Eagle. That's a big shirt. I'm going to say it's a double XL. The Shark one is labeled a large. The Eagle doesn't have a tag. Neither has any rot. They are baggy. They are worn.
still pretty colorful though. And I think in this condition, they are going to sell for maybe 20 to 25 a piece. Anybody's interested, holler at me through our Instagram at Time Machine Vintage NJ, and I should have proper measurements by the time this video comes up. Not a bad little pickup for $2 each.
What we talked about earlier, what we learned, what we might be trying for our store to boost some sales a little bit. Switching that priority shipping off, going to ground, giving people a break on shipping because everything went up. Going into stale items, things that have been listed for 6 months or more, and putting them on a 10%, 15%, 25% off sale just to get stuff moving. I know people that have put tiered sales together and do up to like 60, 70% off just to clear their shelves and start over and start fresh. One other thing that we talked about was promoted items, promoted listings. So I don't like it. Don't do it anymore. All my new items are 0% promotion, and when I go in, and another thing we talked about, we delist and relist items. We don't relist, we delist and we sell similar. Delist and sell similar. When I do that, I take my promoted items off. I disregard the promoted listings or disable the promoted listings at that point. It hasn't made me any more money than listing every day, touching 10 of your items every day, sending out 10 offers every day, tweaking 10 titles every day, delisting and selling similar 10 items a day. You're going to see results, especially if you're switching priority mail to ground and giving your customers a break on shipping. You're definitely going to see some results. So I do hope you guys learned something today. Hopefully this increases your sales. It has increased mine a tiny little bit in the last couple weeks, but I haven't done maybe a third of the items in my store, so it has moved some stuff that was stale and sitting out here and just wasn't going to sell. It made it sell. So give it a shot. Let me know in the comments if it's working for you, if you're trying it, if you're going to try it. I'd love to know what else is working for people other than the most famous YouTube resellers that I have access to see. So hope you guys learned something, and we will see you next time. Peace.